Now, during the last lecture, we discussed about the SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism in detail. Now, today we want to discuss the factors influencing on SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism. Influencing means factors which affects on the SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism. There are three factors which plays important role to decide the SN1 and SN2 reaction. First factor is nature of the substrate. Second is the nucleophilicity of the reagent, and third is the solvent polarity. Okay, first factor we discuss about the nature of the substrate. Nature of the substrate. Here we know that in case of the SN1 reaction and in SN2 reaction, in SN1 reaction, carbonium ion is formed as a intermediate. So, intermediate formed carbonium has no steric grounding and alkyl groups are accommodated in the carbonium ion structure, in the planar structure. Okay, so carbonium ion is also stabilized by positive inductive effect and also by hyperconjugation of the alkyl groups in which alpha halogen atom is present. So in such a cases, tertiary halides are favors for the SN1 reaction. Okay, in case of SN1 reaction, tertiary halides are favors for the SN1 reaction, whereas in case of SN2 reaction, what happens? Pentacoordinate transition state is formed. Pentacoordinate. This pentacoordinate transition state favor or forms the crowding effect. And due to this state, what happens? Primary halides are found to be favors for the SN2 reaction. Primary halides are favors for the SN2 reaction, whereas tertiary halides are favors by SN1 reaction. Now, if you take secondary halides, then secondary halides are depends either shows SN1 mechanism or SN2 mechanism, depends on these factors, that is depends on substrate or reagent or solvent polarity. Okay, that means secondary halides shows the mixed type of the mechanism. They show the mixed type of mechanism. Now in case of primary benzylic halides, in case of primary benzylic halides, for example, if you take allylic halide, primary allylic halide, CH2 double bond CH, CH2Cl. In such halides, what happens? SN1 reactions are favors. For example, if you take its by removal of the chlorine, we get CH2 double bond CH, CH2, these ions are stabilized, that is carbocations present in the allylic halide is stabilized by simply transfer of the electrons. CH2 single bond CH, this bond will be shifted here. By resonance, we can stabilize it and it has got the positive charge. So in case of primary halides, SN1 reactions are primary allylic halides. This is the structure of the allylic halides. SN1 reactions are favors. Similarly, if you take benzylic halides, for example, if you take benzyl chloride and replace this chlorine, then we get benzylic ions as a same way, and they are stabilized by the resonance structures like that. Here charge will be transferred. We have got double bond structure and this bond is shifted here. So here positive charge is present. Remaining structure is as it is. Similarly, when this charge is transferred here, then at this position positive charge is develops. Remaining structure is as it is. Double bond. So in such a way that what happens, resonance structure stabilizes the benzylic, primary benzylic halides, which are also favors for the SN1 reaction. Now remember well that when the substrate is primary halide, then there are favors by the SN2 reaction mechanism. When the substrate is the tertiary halides, then they are the favors for the SN1 mechanism, and secondary halides shows the mixed type of the mechanism. Okay, whereas primary allylic halides and primary benzylic halides shows favors for the SN1 reaction. So this is the first factor. Now second factor is the nucleophilicity of the region, that is either strong or weak nucleophile. If you use, then they play the important role here again. In case of SN1 mechanism, as carbonium ion, as you know that intermediate state planar structure is formed. So weak nucleophile are also supports for the SN1 mechanism, because in first step SN1 mechanism is the two-step mechanism, you know that, and in first step attack of nucleophile is not developed there, because rate of a SN1 reaction is depends on the concentration of the only one substrate, that is you know that concentration of the tertiary butyl bromide and not on the nucleophile. So in first step nucleophile not plays important role. If you use weak nucleophile, then also reaction is favors. So in short we can say that weaker nucleophiles are favors for the SN1 reaction. Second, if we use SN2 mechanism, then you know that SN2 mechanism is the first step mechanism, and into that first step backside attack of nucleophile is possible in first step. So strong nucleophile favors for the SN2 reaction. Strong nucleophile is favors for the SN2 reaction. थोडक्यामध्ये लक्षात काय घ्यायचं, तर weaker nucleophiles favors by the SN1 reaction and strong nucleophiles are favors by the SN2 reaction mechanism. So this is the second factor, nucleophilicity of the region. Now third factor is the solvent polarity. Third factor is the solvent polarity. If you use protic solvent or polar solvents, use of protic or polar solvents are favors for the SN1 reaction, because in SN1 reaction carbonium ion which is formed at less solvation energy. Okay, so protic solvent means the solvents which shows OH bond or NH bond. These solvents are called as the protic solvents, means they can be easily breaks. Okay, breakable solvents are called as the polar solvents. These are favors by SN1 reaction, whereas aprotic solvent or say non-polar solvents are favors by SN2 reaction. Aprotic solvent or non-polar solvents which cannot be dissociated, clear, or ionizable, they are favored by the SN2 reaction. Okay, so we discuss the factors influencing or affecting on the SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism. That is three factors: nature of substrate, nucleophilicity, and solvent polarity. In next lecture, we discuss about the other point, remaining point. Okay, we stop here.